What's up guys, Mitchell Watts with Town & Country TV, and today we are talking about the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick. Now this is a brand new vehicle from Ford Motor Company, and in this video, in 5 minutes or less, we're going to go over all of the details that you need to know about the Maverick. Now, if you want a more detailed look at this vehicle, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. It tells us that you like this kind of content, and then also subscribe to the channel because that video is going to be coming up very, very soon. We just want to make sure it's extremely thorough since we've got a quick version and then we've got a detailed version. So that's coming up. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the vehicle itself. And the biggest selling point is going to be the $19,995 starting MSRP. I think it is fantastic that Ford Motor Company has hit that target. Now let's talk about the size of the vehicle. The vehicle is going to be a foot shorter than the actual Ford Ranger, and it's going to be 32 inches shorter than the Ford F-150. This is going to be truly a compact Ford pickup truck. Next up, let's talk about the powertrain. The 2.5 liter four-cylinder is going to be the standard engine in this vehicle. It's pretty cool that Ford has given us a hybrid engine as a standard vehicle option. I think it's pretty neat. Now, the other thing that you need to realize is this vehicle is going to have an eCVT transmission, meaning that it's got one speed and it's going to adjust, and that's one of the things about this particular hybrid setup. Now, the other cool part about this vehicle is it's going to have a 13.8 gallon fuel tank, and it's going to be rated for 40 miles per gallon in the city, and they're projected, and once again, a lot of these numbers are projected, they're projected a 500-mile range on a single tank of gas. Next up, let's talk about the optional engine option, and that's going to be the 2.0 liter EcoBoost. As I've already mentioned to you, it's optional, and it's going to have up to 4,000 pounds worth of towing, and it comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, that particular engine is going to be rated for 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. Now, keep in mind that all of your Ford Mavericks are going to be a front-wheel drive biased vehicle from the get-go. If you opt for that 2.0 upgraded engine, you have the ability to go with a four-wheel drive or really an all-wheel drive setup, so that way you've got a little bit of extra traction. The only trim levels available in this new Maverick are going to be the XL, XLT, and Lariat. And as I've already mentioned to you, the price points are very, very comparable to, well, really not to anything on the market. As previously mentioned, the XL comes in at $19,995 as a starting price. The XLT starts out at $22,280, and the Lariat starts out at $25,490. But even if you opt for every single available option, it's still a very reasonably priced vehicle. Next up, let's talk about the payload of the vehicle. It has a payload rating of 1,500 pounds, which for the type of vehicle that we're talking about, the category, that's a lot of weight. And the best thing is that all of that weight can be placed in the bed of the vehicle, minus the weight of the driver, that is. But most of the weight can fit in the bed of the vehicle. Some of the competition says that you can only put 600 or 700 pounds in the bed of the truck, and the rest of it has to go in the cab. Well, that's not very convenient. I'd want the ability to put my payload wherever I want to. Standard technology is going to feature an 8-inch touchscreen system. What's going to be interesting to see, though, is it's not really centered inside the middle of the dash for some reason. There's got this weird little space on the right-hand side. There's got to be a purpose. We'll find out very, very soon. We'll report back to you guys. But auto high beams, auto lamp, and pre-collision assist and rear view camera are all going to be standard options on the new Ford Maverick. Optional equipment on the Maverick are going to feature things like the adaptive cruise control with stop and go. As I've mentioned to you on some prior videos in the Bronco doesn't even have the stop and go feature, so it's nice to see that the Maverick has got that. And it also has optional lane centering, where the vehicle will literally keep you centered in the middle of the lane. Think of it as the next step or the next evolution before we get to full autonomous driving. Now, the nice part is that is an optional feature, so if you don't like it, you can turn it off, turn it on if the vehicle is equipped with it. A couple of other optional technology features are going to be the blind spot information system and then also the backup sensors as well. But, you know, I don't know how necessarily that is, especially since you've got the backup camera as a standard feature. What is so neat about this vehicle is they're going to offer a first edition package. It's straight out of a playbook of the Ford Bronco and the Bronco Sport, and I'm excited to see that. Now, that particular first edition package is going to be available for the 22 model year, and it's available on the Lariat, and it features a couple things like the unique graphics. You have a black painted roof, different wheels, a different tonneau cover, and a lot more. It's available in carbonized gray, Area 51, and then rapid red as far as the color choices are concerned. Let's talk about the cab configuration. It's going to come standard with this Super Crew 4 full doors automatically, and it's only available in one bed length, and that is going to be what you see right there on the screen. A 4.5-inch a 4.5-foot bed length, and if you put the tailgate down, you've got 6 feet of total space, and you've still got plenty of space on the interior of the vehicle as well. Another notable feature is that there's no gap between the bed of the vehicle and the cab. This is directly out of the playbook of the Honda Ridgeline, but I will tell you that this particular setup is a little bit different, whereas you've actually got a bed rail that goes all the way up the cab itself to make sure that you're protecting the vehicle in case you have something sitting on top of those bed rails. I think it's forward thinking as far as that's concerned. And Ford has given us a feature that they're calling Flex Bed. Now, what Flex Bed is, it is a technology, basically a suite of technologies inside of the vehicle that allows you to configure the vehicle any way that you want it to. So if you want to put wood dividers in there and build yourself some kind of a custom solution, you have that ability to. You've got extra wires that are pre-ran in the vehicle, so if you want to put lights on the inside of the bed of the truck, you have that ability as well. It's really nice that Ford has given us those options, and you also happen to have a 400-watt household outlet plug located right there in the bed of the truck, as well as one plug inside of the cab. But going back to the bed for just a second, it's large enough to be able to fit 4x8 sheets of gold. I meant plywood. So you can actually fit 4x8 sheets of plywood in the back of the vehicle, and I think that's pretty sweet. The tailgate of this vehicle is only 30 inches off of the floor, which is going to make it a lot easier to load stuff into the bed of the vehicle. And I think it's very smart that they did that. Now, the tailgate also happens to have a mid position where you can actually move the cables up just a little bit, so that way the tailgate's not all the way open or all the way closed, or vice versa. You actually have a mid position in case you don't want your stuff sliding out of the bed of the truck, but you need a little bit more space. It's very cool. Now, that setup is rated for 400 pounds. And so there you go. That is everything you needed to know. I don't know because I'm making the video. Hopefully it came up to 5 minutes, but anyways, if you guys enjoyed this particular video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It goes a long way in making sure this content is available to really the masses. If you are interested in this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. We really appreciate that. If you haven't already done so, we are still giving away the Ford Bronco Sport. So everything you purchase on tccustoms.com, whether it's a hat, a shirt, or even a car part, goes for automatic extra entries into that free giveaway. That giveaway ends at the end of June, so make sure you check that out. Yeah, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace.